we love our safety team at Waterlife Church, and our safety team consists of people who have medical expertise, or maybe they're in law enforcement, or maybe they're on the fire department. So these people are professionals at our church, and we have a whole bunch of them, and they are super important. Their job is to make sure that Waterlife is a safe place and enjoyable for everybody, and take care of distractions and take care of medical issues that come up. So they have a very important role. We typically have 4 people on our safety team scheduled for every service, and they're located at different areas in the building. And one of the places that they're in is they're right here in the auditorium. We have 2 people in the auditorium, 2 safety team members, and they camp out in the back ends of the auditorium, 1 on each side, and they're just looking for any distractions or medical issues or dangerous situations that might arise during the service in the auditorium. So that is their main role. They're just keeping an eye on things, and if there's a medical situation, or if there's a distraction, or if there's a dangerous situation, we'll get to that in our emergency procedures. But they're camped out here in the auditorium looking friendly, but being very alert. And that is one of our main things on our safety team. 2 of our main things. We want our safety team to look friendly. You know, you're not bouncers, you're not tough people. We are looking friendly, we are helping people, we are reaching out to see if people need things, but we're also being super alert to, again, medical situations, distracting situations, or dangerous situations, because we want Waterlife to be a safe place. Because if it's a safe place, people can take their next step spiritually. We also want to have 1 safety team patrolling the lobby and the parking lot. So there's a couple different important areas to do here. First of all, we're just going up and down the lobbies. There's often people coming in late. You know, we're often helping escort people. People may be lost. People may be coming out of the auditorium maybe with a health concern. It's happened before. Someone's choking, someone's feeling sick. They come out of the auditorium into the lobby. So it's so important that we have a safety team member in the lobby looking again for any distractions or medical situations or people that need help. One thing this person does as well is they go and they check the parking lots. So just going to take a scan out around the back of the building and around the front of the building, making sure everything is safe and secure in the parking lots. They also check doors. 2 important doors to check are the doors of what we call the pod, or the storage areas. There's one in front of the building over here, and there's one on the side. Those doors actually lead up into the kids area. So we want to check those doors. If those doors are open, someone can actually access the kids area. At the Civic Center on a Sunday morning, we only want 2 sets of doors in the whole building to be open. This set of glass doors here, and this set of glass doors there. Every other door in the building should be locked, because we only want entrance and exit with these 2 areas, because we want to keep things nice and safe. So this is a very important part of our safety team, patrolling the lobby, patrolling the parking lot, checking doors outside as well. This person, when we take up our offering, this person can escort the offering money from the auditorium to the back rooms where our accounting team is, and just make sure that money gets to the right spot. And while you're back there, check the backstage doors, because those are doors that need checking as well. Again, all the doors leading into the building should be locked at all time, including the backstage doors. So this person has a very important job. As well, in the beginning of the day, when our safety team gets here at 8:30 for our VIP meeting, our 2-way radios and our medical bags and our AED device are going to be up here at the Welcome Center. So that is the usual place that our safety team meets right off the bat to put their plan together for the day. So this spot is a very important spot for that safety team. And the 3rd location for our safety team is right up here upstairs, and this is the Waterlife Kids Zone on a Sunday morning. And this area is so important for our safety team. We really want our safety team to stay up here the entire time. Now, if you switch off, sometimes our safety team members do that. They switch off from auditorium to kids to lobby, and that's fine to rotate, but make sure someone is up here at all times, right from the very start of the first service to the very end when the last kid checks out. We've had all kinds of situations between lost kids, medical situation, a kid choking. It's super important that our safety team is up here and being friendly. We don't want to have a stern, hard-looking safety team member. We want to have a friendly safety team member that is looking happy and reassuring parents that this is a safe place. Now, when you're up here, we have a special kids medical bag just for kids, geared towards children, and that should always be up here with the safety team as well. And while we're up here, we're not just being friendly and helping kids get to where they need to go, but we're also walking around, we're checking different rooms, we're patrolling around the area. There's all kinds of rooms to check on, making sure everyone's okay, and we're checking doors as well. There's back doors right here that often get left open. Again, we don't want any doors open leading outside to the Civic Center where people can come in to our kids zone. There's an exit down the hall, there's an exit down that way. Go down the stairs, check on all the doors, make sure all the exterior doors are closed, and just be here and ready to help at any time. And again, you'll have your two-way radios on your shoulder, so if you ever need help for anything, we'll go over this in emergency procedures, but if you ever need help, if you ever need to communicate, you can always use your two-way radio to contact your other safety team that is on patrol that day. So Waterlife Kids area up here, very important spot. So now that you know the 3 different areas that our teams patrol in, I want to give you 4 different scenarios, 4 different emergency scenarios, and the procedures that we do along with those. And I got my paper for that because I want to be detailed on this. And I'm going to go in order of the things that happen the most to the least. All right? So something that will happen the most is medical issues. Medical issues, we've had several of these. We've had people have seizures, we've had people trip and fall, we've had people choking on things, we've had people pass out. If anything's going to happen, it'll be a medical issue, probably. So here's what you do. If you notice a medical situation, alert the other safety team members. You got your two-way radio, just say, we have a situation up here in the kids area, and we want to tell the other safety team members if we need their help or if we have it under control. So if we need their help, say, you know, I could use a hand up here, or if you have it under control, say, you know, someone tripped and hurt themselves, I'll be working at helping them feel better. Everyone can stay where they are. So just alert your safety team of what's going on with the medical issue and whether you need their help or not. Number 2, if it's an emergency, call 911, right? That's an obvious one. Call 911 right away while monitoring and treating the situation. And again, you want to tell your other safety team members what is going on. Now, if it's a medical emergency and you've called 911, what you want to do is get the person on your team who has the most medical information, your medical expert. And you should figure this out in your initial meeting, as you're meeting with your safety team right off the bat downstairs. Just get a little understanding. Hey, who's the law enforcement expert? Who's the medical expert? And the person with the most medical knowledge, if it's a medical emergency, you will have dialed 911 and you get them to come and help work with the situation while you're waiting for the ambulance to come. And as well, other safety team members, if it's a medical emergency, you want to have other safety team members on hand for that emergency just to do crowd control and to calm people down and point people in the right direction. That's usually an important part. So medical emergencies will take multiple safety team members and a call to 911. And stay with that person right from start to finish. We also need someone, a safety team member, to help the ambulance and the 911 people to get to the right spot. So often a safety team member goes downstairs and waits and directs them to the emergency where that is happening. And of course, you should always let the volunteer manager know, or the team manager, or one of the staff at Waterlife know what is going on as well. So that's something that'll probably come up, a medical emergency. Something that the second emergency procedure that has also happened is a missing child. That's happened on several different times, and it's always been resolved. But we want to have a procedure in place to deal with a missing child. So here's the procedure. Number 1, when there's a missing child, probably the Waterlife Kids staff will tell the safety team member that, hey, we're missing a child. So this is working with the Waterlife Kids team to find that child. So the safety team member will be notified. The safety team member will notify the other people. hey, we're missing on their two-way radio, which is usually on their shoulder. Hey, we are missing a child up here. Just to let you know, we're going to be looking for them. Stay tuned. So you want to notify the whole safety team. The safety team, if the child isn't found immediately, the safety team starts keeping an eye on everything and starts looking. You can recruit extra help for that. All the kids are to be contained to their current locations, and the kids director will inform all the kids team members to contain their groups. If the child is not found within 5 minutes, we notify the parents via text or a number on the screen that we often do. And if the child isn't found in 15 minutes, we want to call the police and just make them aware. Hey, we are missing a child here, and we may need your help in this situation. We take these things super seriously. So in the meantime, safety team members can monitor all the exits and work with the Waterlife Kids directors to contain all the kids, count all the kids, make sure people are accounted for, and locate that missing child. Now, fortunately, every time we've lost a child, they haven't really been lost. They went home with the wrong parent, or they somehow got out of our checkout procedure. But we have a strict procedure to only check kids out with the right person who checked them in. So we do take these things very seriously, and the missing child thing has happened before. It's always been resolved, but it's something that you have to prepare for as well. So, number 3, emergency procedures. This has happened one time. And actually, it was a fire alarm that had been pulled after the service. So it's never actually happened during the service. But in case of fire, here's what you do. If you see a fire, you pull the fire alarm. There's fire alarms all throughout the building. If you see a fire, pull the fire alarm. If the fire alarm is already going, we want to exit out the nearest exit. Now, the Waterlife kids up in this area, they're going to exit out the nearest exit, which is the exit to the back of the Civic Center. Now, when the kids exit out the back, all the kids' leaders are going to take them to the back northeast corner of the parking lot. And we actually have a sign out there. It says Waterlife Northeast Corner. It's in the back corner of the parking lot, and that's where all our kids are going to be going in case of fire. Now, when the fire alarm starts going, the person who is on the stage is going to tell the auditorium, please exit out of the nearest exit. The nearest exit, and they're going to say, do not go up to get your kids, because guess what? Your kids won't be there. The kids are going to be outside in the northeast corner of the parking lot. So the point person on the stage is going to say, everyone exit out the nearest exit. Do not go get your kids, because your kids will not be up there. They're going to be outside in the northeast corner. So that's what we do when a fire alarm is pulled or when there's a fire at Waterlife Church. Now, once the kids all get to the northeast corner, the kids directors are going to dismiss the kids one at a time, matching them up with their parents' tags, and in an orderly way, get all the kids to the right parents. And this would be where the safety team is a huge help, just helping dismiss those kids, because parents are obviously concerned, where are their kids when the fire alarm is going. So safety team, this will be your main place to go, the northeast corner of the parking lot. We'll show a video of where that is right away. So that's what happens if a fire alarm is pulled. And here's the video. And here it is, the northeast corner of the parking lot. This is where we meet with the kids in case of fire. Number 4, this situation has never happened, and we pray that it will never happen. But it's happened in 1 or 2 churches in the entire United States of America, so we're going to be prepared for it. In case of a shooter or an active shooter, number 1, call 911. That is the easiest thing to do. We have gone over this with law enforcement officials. We've been to classes. Here's our steps we do in case of an active shooter. Call 911. At the sound of gunfire, at the word of the safety team member, or at the word of a kids director or point person on stage, everyone leaves the building as quickly as possible from the closest exit and get as far away from the building as possible. Honestly, in the case of an active shooter, when you call 911, those police are going to be here in minutes, like literally minutes. And we want to get everyone out of the building, as far away from the building as possible, so the police can do their job. So here's where you come into place, safety team. you are going to want to evacuate the building. So you may be the last ones out. You want to be opening those doors. You want to be pointing people in the right direction. Everyone out, get out of the building, get as far away as you can. There's going to be some pandemonium. You're there to help calm things down and just get people out of the building. That is your main role, get people out. In case an exit is blocked, or in case in case you cannot go out a certain exit, kind of worst case scenarios, secure a door and hide if you cannot find an exit or if you're trapped in a situation. But the police will be at the building within minutes. It'll happen just like that, and then they will take care of the situation, and they can worry about getting all the kids connected to their parents, because everyone just gets as far away from the building as possible so the police can do their job. That's in case of an active shooter at church on a Sunday morning.